Hey there, it's me, Berto. And if you didn't know, that's B-E-R-T-O. Now listen up, everyone. Today I'm speaking with the beautiful and talented Rasheeda, a.K.A. the Georgia Peach.
Miss Rasheeda, how are you?
I'm good.
You know, let me just say that everyone obviously knows you as Rasheeda, a.k.a. the Georgia Peach, but you have a nickname. Well, I don't know if it's a nickname, but it's something you mentioned in a song that I thought was so cute, and that is you refer to yourself as Sheeda, the Nookie Diva, gets with a van, Lake Geneva. Okay? I was so loving that. I was like, oh, my goodness. That is so the business.
No, I don't call myself that, on the regular. It kind of went with the song, so that's why I said when I wrote it.
We'll just keep that down here for between you and me.
Okay.
So let me start off with this question. Now, I don't know if this is a question that you'll get asked on the regular, but I believe that, you must dare to be different. Okay. So here we go. Miss Rasheeda, why are you so damn fine? Why is that?
Oh, Lord.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think being a confident woman, and just, knowing what you want to do and never trying too hard and just being yourself, that's what I do. So I don't know what category people put it in, but, I'm comfortable with being myself. So however that comes off to people, that's why they may say I'm fine or I'm pretty or whatever. But I don't know. People say it a lot, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Well, that is wonderful. Confidence very, very much so does go a long way. There is a one thing, and I don't know if perhaps you, when you watch your own videos and things, if you notice the same thing, but there's one very consistent, there are a few, but there's one particular very consistent factor that I want to speak on right now, and that I see in all your videos, and that is your shade game is so sickening. It is not even funny. Like, it is like you have the flyest shade every time I see you, always.
Thank you. Well, not an up-and-coming, because, gosh, he's, marvelous. He's doing shades for Lady Gaga and everybody now. But his name is Stevie Boy, and he has his own website. It's stevieboy.com. And, he contacted me via Twitter a while back. And he was like, I got some shades for you. And he started sending them to me. And I love showing love to people who send me stuff and do stuff. So I wore them on the video. And then I just started wearing them all the time. And you would be amazed on how many different pair of shades I have from him that are all so amazing. And he's really dope, and he's working with a lot of people. So y'all be looking out for him, because he's going to be really big.
And give us that website one more time so we can check him out.
It's Stevie, STEVIEBOI.com. StevieBoy.com.
StevieBoy.com. Okay, we're going to be on the lookout.
He's on Twitter.
He's
on Twitter at SB Shades.
And go ahead and shout out your Twitter so we can have people follow you as well.
Of course. I am at Rasheeda G.A. Peach, and I'm going to spell it. It's RASHEEDAGAPEACH.
And I am at ROA88. Now, something that I've very strongly wanted to bring up to you was me being a member of the LGBT community. Back not too long ago, you did a photo shoot for No Hate. Can you tell us a little bit about what prompted you to do that?
The fact of I was down for the cause. It's just like, to me, I look at it like, this is the United States of America. Do you be free? And I was just totally down for the whole look. And when I got there was definitely a few celebrities there doing it, and we were all talking and kicking it and just saying that we were just glad to be a part of it.
Well, thank you very much for your participation in that. Because something as simple as, some people might say, as simple as just taking a picture can really go a long way. So
right.
On behalf of everyone in the LGBT community, I would like to thank you for that.
No problem.
Now, let me ask you this. What future projects does Rasheeda have in mind? What are you trying to do? Because, you're doing the music thing. It's going very well.
Well, I've been taking meetings and talking about television stuff, you'll see me popping in and out of some of my friends' shows. I could say that.
Okay.
And just trying to look at the right situation as far as like the reality. I'm also into like the publishing side of music, which is a lot of my songs get placed on like television shows and movies, and that's something that I really like getting into, which is continuing to be able to, you know, get more music placed and stuff like that. And that alone is like a whole nother thing, you know, on the, you know, different from, you know, just going in and recording. Being able to have music that people want is a great thing. So I've had stuff in CSI Miami, of course. Bubblegum was on the movie Paul Blart Mall, and just so many different shows and some movies that'll be coming out also this year as well. That's another thing that I really love sticking into and would like to be able to create that platform for other artists and stuff as well.
Well, good luck to you with those future endeavors. We will be tuning in the event that you were to be on the small screen sometime soon.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, and this is a no pressure question, and you can feel free to say pass on that. But being that you are obviously a rapper, would you be willing to hit us with a little something? It can be, you know, one of your songs. It can be a freestyle. You know, old song, new song, entirely up to you.
You know what? I'll give you something of people's all-time favorite, which is my bubblegum. Yep, the Georgia Peach back again. It's time to do the damn thing. Better tell your friends, take them back. First things first, I see her. Mess around with no man who won't eat her. That's good enough right there.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Now, something that I learned about you very recently in doing research and preparation for today was I didn't know that prior to your being a solo artist, you were part of a group called B.K.A. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yep, you did. Yes, I was. Man, it was like early teenage time. Myself, a young lady named Katie, and the young lady named Kiki. We started off in the group, and we kind of started off playing with it a little bit as like a little hobby, and then, you know, started kind of getting a little more serious with it. We were able to put out an album under the label I'm with now, which is D-Lo. Yep, big shout out to D-Lo, of course, and to Frost, the CEO. And we, after doing that, you know, it was just like, when you're doing this in this business and in this industry, it's like you really have to dedicate yourself to this. And I think it got to a point to where, you know, people wanted to do other things. And I just love music so much. You know, I couldn't just say, let it go. And I didn't want to play around with it anymore. I really wanted to take it to the next level. So, yes, I started off in the group. And then, like, around 99, I decided to just do, like, my own thing. And that's when I kind of started trying to pursue, like, a solo career. I was young, and I've been through a whole lot of different situations, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm still here going hard.
When would you say that you knew that this is something that definitely was what you wanted to do, that this was something that was definitely for you?
You know, I think I've always had a passion for it, but I think when I really, really knew I wanted to do it was once myself and the group decided to go our separate ways. I had went to Frost and I was like, you know, I want to do my own thing. And he was like, listen, you know, you got to be dedicated. You got to be willing to go hard, to take along everything that comes along with it, not play around, write music, you know, really, really go hard. And that stuck in my head. And I said, okay. You know, it took me a minute to kind of think and focus and say, okay, what do I want to do? I was still young, still had, you know, different things I could do with my life. And I said, you know what? I'm ready. And ever since then, I've just been going. The first record that I did off of my first album, which was called Do It, actually became like a #1 single.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I was still going to school and doing stuff, you know, and I was just like, you know, wow, this is really what I want to do. So I just focused all my attention and just took it from there.
So that's what you decided. That's what you decided you wanted to do, and a boss chick was born, huh?
That's right.
So, you know, another group that you're also associated with is Peach Candy, which is yourself, and Miss Candy, who we can all see now on the Housewives of Atlanta. Tell me a little bit about how you and her got together for all the different music collaborations that you've done.
Right. I've known Candy for a long time. We've known each other prior to her even being in Escape, just little kid girls around Atlanta, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working on, I think it was my That Type of Girl album that I released, and she had a producer that I've known had called me and said, hey, I got this track for you. It's really, really high. He was like, and Candy had wrote a hook and wanted you to hear it to see if it's something you want, that you're feeling. And I was like, okay. I was actually on my way out of town, but I was close to where they were, so I swung by there and listened to it. I really loved it. Went out of town. As I was rolling out of town and traveling, I wrote the verses, came back and recorded it. And when I did, she came in the studio and we started reminiscing and talking about old stuff and all that type of stuff. And the song came out hot. Then we was like, let's do some more songs together. And Frost and the producer who we was working with was like, yeah, y'all should do some more records. So like the next week, we came in and did like 7 songs. And it just kind of fell into place. Like, the vibe was crazy. Like, we was bouncing off each other with ideas. We would literally just play tracks and just come up with hooks and record them right then and then go back and start writing all these songs. And we just decided to do music together, like, as a group.
That is really awesome. Big shout-out to Candy.
Yep.
Now, someone else that I am very much so a big fan of that you have worked together, there's a song that, of course, you're going to know because it's your song, called Access Denied, featuring the baddest chick, Miss Trina, from Miami. Tell me about how that came to be. How do you know Trina?
Of course, I've seen Trina around a lot of times, just on the road. And, we always, make sure when we see each other, we speak and stuff like that. But when I did the track, and I was writing it and stuff, and I was listening to it, and I was like, you know what? I think it would be good to hit Trina up and see. I had actually saw her at Tiny and Tip's wedding, and we had exchanged numbers and stuff then. And then I said, you know what? Once I did this song, I called her, and I was like, Trina, I want to get you on a record. And she was like, girl, no question, no doubt. She knocked it out, and that was the end of it. And we just, everybody's been going ever since, grinding, doing their thing, and the record came out great. I was really happy with it.
Yes, I'm a big fan of that song. So big shout-out to Miss Trina. 2 songs that were very, very popular that you did were the Say Something remix as well as the Deuces remix. Now, both of those featured Nivea. Now, those are the first time that, Nivea fans had heard from her in a little minute, on your song. So do you feel that you played a part in kind of bringing her back to her own fans?
I mean, I don't know if it was much as me playing a part of bringing her back. I mean, she, great artist, and I was just in the process of working on, those came from actually 2 different mixtapes. The Say Something came from Bitch Music Volume 1, and Deuces came from Volume 2. And I was just in there working, and I was like, I need Nivea's voice on these songs. And we worked together. We were both signed to Jive Records at the same time. That's how we actually met each other, and that was like probably several years ago. And we did collaborations and stuff. Back then we did a remix to Slow Motion song that Juvenile was on a long time ago, and we also did an Akon remix along with some original records too. So when I called her, she was like, yeah, I'm ready to get back in the studio, and it was a great thing.
Well, both songs came out great. And you have a song that I really, really like called Don't Let 'Em Get Away. And that was featuring 2 of the girls from the popular group Cherish. Now we also haven't heard from them in a minute, and I was like, oh my goodness, one thing that I really like about you is that you seem to work with so many different artists that it really shows versatility in your talent and in your capability. Is there any unique stories about how you met those young ladies from Cherish?
Actually, a few years back, they were I think it was maybe their first album. They called me to, rap on a song, and I immediately, of course, I love the song that I got on, and came in the studio, did it, met the girls. We all got along really, really well, and I was writing Don't Let 'Em Get Away, and I was writing the hook, and I was like, I want somebody to sing this. I didn't want to do it myself, and I said, who could I call? And I thought about them. And I was like, let me call the girls and see what they're doing, see if I can get them on the song. And, of course, they definitely were down for it. So it turned out really good, and it came, it happened really quickly, so it was a blessing.
Now, there's another song that is one of my favorite songs that was very popular online that had a very sassy video, and that was for the remix you did to Bedrock.
Okay.
I was really feeling that video. You worked with a lot of different people on that. You worked with Candy, like we mentioned earlier. You had worked with Diamond, and you also worked with Lola Monroe.
She hit me up to do a verse on one of her songs, and of course I exchanged the favor. I really look at her like she's hustling. She's out here doing her thing, and I love to see women out here really going hard and trying to just live their dreams and do what they do and take it seriously. And I was like, yeah, of course I'll do it. So we did that, and then I was working on my mixtape, working on one of my mixtapes again, and I was wanting to do the Bedrock remix. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hit all my girls up, and I'm even gonna hit Toya up. And I know she hadn't really been, she hadn't stepped into the lane of music, but being around her and all of us hanging out, I had knew that was something that she was interested in doing, but just never had really pursued it. So I was like, I'm gonna make you pursue that. So you gonna get on this remix right here. I called everybody up, got verses from everybody, and laid everything down. And then after it came together, I was so happy with it when I was in the studio doing everything. And I was like, you know what, I want to shoot a video. And I had came up with this whole little boss chick sorority idea. And I was so glad I was able to get everybody together, because you know how it is with 5 girls, and everybody's doing different things and different schedules. But everything turned out really good. So it was a blessing. I was happy that we were able to make that happen. It's over, I don't know how many million views on YouTube, and it's just doing really good.
It did exceedingly well, yes. And that was actually, I was going to bring that up next. A lot of people were so surprised to see Toya on the track, because we had never seen her in that light before. And I was telling a lot of people that were familiar with her from other television shows, and I would say, do you know that Toya's rapping now? Yes, Rasheeda got her on this track. And so I was like telling everyone to check it out. So big shout out to Toya, Diamond, and Lola Monroe. There's a lot of people, like we've already mentioned, that you've worked with. Who is someone that you have not worked with that you would be very interested in doing so?
The first person I would have to say would be Kanye. I think he's amazing. He's an amazing artist, producer, and I like, just like the direction he go in, and the fact that he just don't give a damn. He says what he feels, and that's just it. He don't sugarcoat it, and we don't have enough of that in the industry. I would say I like Beyonce. I like Neo. He's a great songwriter. Mm-hmm. There's a few people. I mean, Dr. Dre. I would like to work with Dr. Dre. I love his tracks and stuff. And I've been blessed to be able to work with so many people. And I have a few that I'm missing, but for the most part, that's about it.
Well, I need those people to get at my girl Rasheeda. Okay, that's what I need. I need them to get at you, so so we can set that up. Yes. Now let's talk about the new mixtape ideas going into doing it, and how you feel that it came out.
It came out really well. There's like 12 original songs on like 9 remixes or something. Mm-hmm. I went into it like I go into my music, which is, I don't put any pressure on myself or anything. I go in and I listen to tracks. I get so many tracks sent to me. I listen to tracks, and when I listen to them, I create music around what I feel. When I'm going through what I see, what I feel, what the track says to me. And that's exactly what I did with this mixtape. I mean, I'm growing as an artist, period, anyway, so it's a natural thing for me. So, I know that people feel it, and they hear it and they see it. And I just wanted to, keep women that, have them keep in mind that, we're bosses, and we're able to, do anything that we want to do. And the main thing I did want people to understand from this new mixtape was the fact of, just being strong and being confident in what you're doing. And staying focused and not quitting, and not forgetting that, us women are so very strong, and sometimes, we get told different things, or we get shut out, and that's how it is in hip-hop even, and it's like, don't take no for an answer. We boss chicks, we keeping it moving, we still going, go hard, let's make it happen. But I wanted people to party. I wanted people to jam. I wanted people to, just when they pop in this mixtape, they can just feel good, and that's so far the reaction I've been getting. So I hit it right on the head.
Well, from what I've seen online, it seems to be doing very, very well. It seems to be a hit. It seems to be very successful. The fans are very much feeling the new music. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm definitely a big fan of yours and have been following you for a while. I remember hearing songs back in the day like Flossin', Compliment, Bubblegum, and being like, oh my goodness, who is this right here? I need to really look into who this is. And when I started listening to more of your music, I was like, okay, definitely a fan. Team Sheeta for sure. So yeah, as far as the new mixtape is concerned, I would say that my favorite song on there has to be the remix you did to Look at Me Now. I was really feeling it.
Oh, thank you.
I was really feeling it because, Chris Brown did his thing on it as well as Busta Rhymes, so you took it and you made it your own. And that's what I love about when you do a remix. You really take it and you make it your own and you put your own flow to it and you give it that real southern vibe. I love that song Batter, and Toya really did her thing on that.
Oh, great. Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Frax, is there any particular song of yours on there?
It's my favorite. I got a bunch, to be honest. I like Ex-Girlfriend. I like Nothing New. I like Look at Me Now. I like Hustle Hard. I like Racks. I like Au Revoir. I like Super Duper Bossy. Gosh, I like Batter.
I know that the mixtape has 22 tracks. Now, let me give you a final opportunity. Is there anything that you would like to say, anything that you want to get off your chest, anything you want to clear up, or something you want to say to the fans, male, female, gay, straight, otherwise?
No, not anything. And that everybody, stay focused, follow your dreams. Don't never let nobody tell you you can't do something. You learn a lot from mistakes and failures. Practice patience, stay focused, and follow me on Twitter. I am at Rasheeda G-A-Peach. I spelled it out for you guys already. I'll do it one more time. It's RASHEEDAGAPACH. Also, check out my YouTube page. It's youtube.com/DLO117. And make sure you get your copy of Boss Bitch Music Volume 3. And make sure you get Volume 1 and Volume 2. But get all 3 volumes on datpiff.com. It's DATPIFF.com. or livemixtapes.com, and make sure you get all your copies and you're up to Rasheeda.
Rasheeda, thank you so very much for taking time out of what I'm sure is a very busy schedule to speak to me. I greatly appreciate it. And who knows, perhaps, if I'm lucky, I'll soon find myself in Georgia and we might be able to have a conversation face to face. I would love that. And to all those of you who are listening, thank you kindly. Your comments and feedback most certainly are not lost on me. So, until next time, besitos!